So what are you doing there?
Foaming.
Foaming what?
I'm foaming the end of on the pipe to fill it up.
Fill it up.
Seal.
Why do you have to do that?
We don't move.
Why do you, why do you have to do that? Because the manufacturer requires it.
Well, yeah, the manufacturer requires it. Can I foam you?
So you're putting 2-foot pieces of pipe to connect the panels together.
Uh-huh.
And you're foaming the
Pipe.
inner chamber and the outer chamber.
Yes.
So the effluent does not escape out of the panel and actually fills the panel up before it spills to the next one. And then these little 2-inch block, whatever you call these things.
All these things are called lids, technically.
So half block paver lid things go on top of your pipe connections that you foam.
My thing.
Well, cool. What was this system called? What? I can't hear you.
T&J Panel. Horizontal.
Horizontal T&J Panels. Do you think this system's hard to put in?
You know,
Yes and no. Most of the work is getting the panels in.
So is you rather vertical or horizontal?
Oh, yeah, just a little.
Okay, would you rather gravity or low pressure? I think low pressure on a horizontal would probably be a pain in the butt.
I ain't got but one more end.
Ain't really enough in there for that, for the last one.
I gotta get this. There's not enough.
Dang. That sucks.
It's dry.
That sucks. Gotta open a brand new can for one connection.
You use it somewhere else.
Don't you have to use them on the end too? Because I can't remember.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it ain't gonna hurt to use it on the end because it just dries. You pop it up and you can still use it. Me and Bailey done figured that out.
Yeah.
We figured that out last time. That's how we didn't waste as many cans.
Yep.
Yeah.
That type of foam, is it the same foam you can buy from Lowe's?
I don't think so.
So it's not that great stuff you find, you seal your basement with, right?
No.
Right. That's what I thought.
Now, if you want to try it, go for it. Don't know how well it's gonna work, but okay. I know it might work a little bit.
No, it So they just recently went to this, switched to this type.
It was a red brand of can.
The GE foam.
So it may just be the manufacturer's changed up. I don't know.
Yeah, this is not a great stuff foam. So, okay, cool. We got our last line in. Now you just gotta backfill it with sand.
And connect the ends.
Connect the ends
And
together.
you gotta get the pressure manifold over here.
Yeah, I gotta set the manifold.
No, we're done with the wood.
All right, so here's the game plan on how I'm connecting everything. So this here's pressure manifold. Better if I put the camera down with it. Where it should go. Just take it off. So right here's pressure manifold. So this supply pipe, this is a supply pipe from the septic tank, or the pump tank. So it's gonna feed into the side of here with this reducer. So 2 inches gonna go into there, and it obviously glues onto the main line here, which is, or force main as it's called, 4-inch pipe. So on the inside here we have 2 taps. Each of these are taps. They are, I can't remember what they are now, it's been a while. I looked at the specs. Yep, these are two 1/2" Schedule 80 pipe. So Schedule 80 has a different inside diameter than your regular Schedule 40. So these are flowing, oh man, I have to look back in my chart, but I can't remember the flow rate for this size, for these size pipe. So essentially each field or each line set gets the same amount of water. So these first 3 lines right here, so there's a line there, there, and there. So these 3 lines will be fed by 1 tap, and then those 2 lines will be fed by 1 tap. So combined length, trench length, these 3 are equal to those 2. So that's how you have the same tap size for each division, or zone as you call it. I call it zones. So how I'm going to set this thing in here, I'm going to set the manifold right here and leave a small earth dam between the manifold and the trench. That way none of the trench flow, none of that will spill over into the manifold. Yeah, that's really it. That's all I'm going to do there. So that one's going to come down and sit here, and the supply line's going to come up and 90 into it, and then I'm going to have them bend out and go down to the laterals. So because I have to stay off the property line, 5 foot. So I need to we need to pull tape on that stake and that stake, so I can get my center here and pull 5 foot off. Or I can eyeball it like we've been doing the entire time. Either way, the inspector's been here. She is satisfied with everything that we have up to this point, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna pull that right there. So that supply line, I mean, realistically, where I set it and where it got buried at is exactly 5 foot off the property line. So if I set the manifold over here, I'm gonna be 9 foot off. So that should be okay. I'll be okay with setting it right here, and then that'll be it. So I'm gonna get this pipe moved, and I'm gonna get the mini X and start scratching away. So right now I'm pre-making my entry tees. First one's already connected, and it's just gonna spill down the way. So I'm gonna finish making this last one. These 2 will go down to the lower 2 lines, and this last one will go on this end line up here on the first zone. So Alright. Okay, so have someone connected. That took a little bit of time because I don't know why I was overthinking a lot of these connections, but I was. So yeah, so one is connected. I gotta move that dirt out so I can foam it up. Yeah, that's it. So it's on 2. As you can see, it comes down below right there. Comes down below the pressure line, and then it comes straight down. It'll feed this first line here, and then the last line down there. That'll be it. So I'll be back when I get that hooked up, and I'm gonna go ahead and actually foam these up so I can close these and get them backfilled. Okay, so got all my connections piped in, and now to cover it up. So actually I need to check that line right there. Okay. We're within a 1/2 inch all the way down. All right. So now I guess I can go ahead and set pressure on the manifold. Think about that. Okay. Now we're down to pump tank. That's wire up my floats and my pump. And then check our manifold. Verify the pressure head. That's it. Plenty of water in there. It's both the pump. Cool. That's all I need. Conduit. Pop my hole. Drill my hole over here. So electricians obviously done it in the middle on the post. And I'm not going to drill here. Just underneath the breakers, so I'm open spots right here. I should have enough room. Adapter. Just try. And get all this wired up and stuff, so I'll update blend. Turn the pump on. Close those taps so I don't put water in them. That muddy water pump off. All right, I'll put this cap on here. Pump on. Damn it. Pump off. Off. Thank you. I think I'm going to have to glue this cap on here before I can do this. This thing's building a hell of a head pressure. Alright, turn it back on. Thank you. Hello. Alright, off. I don't think it's one of the fountains you want to have running all the time. Alright. That. is concluded with pressure head on a manifold. Alright, manifold set. The valve is about dang near shut. Okay, perfect. Alright. Got water. Alright, cool. There we go. Now to cover all this up and trim that down to height. Alright. So. Yeah. Yeah, I already turned the pump off.
Okay.
Yeah, that little tube is how you set the pressure head. So it won't do that all the time. Yeah, that's only for maintenance and service. Yeah, when the pump kicks on, you won't know it.
Okay.
So, like I said, once I get it all backfilled, I'll trim that down to ground level. So, and then you'll have another little green cap up here for this valve. But that's it. So yeah, all this will be covered up, and this will be left open in 3 spots so she can look at it, so Jody can look at it. Yeah. Yeah. I guess then I'll no. So we're planning on coming back tomorrow just so we can seed and straw.
Sorry?
Tomorrow.
No, I meant after she inspects. Oh, you don't?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, she just needs to see that one, but you know, they didn't have so she didn't have anybody today, and she's off today as well anyway, so
That's what you did with the sand.
yeah, so in the bottom there's 6 inches of sand, and then those boards are laid in the middle, and the panels sit on the boards, and then you backfill to the tops of the board with sand. So it's,
And that PVC pipe runs through it?
yeah, so each connection is a 2-foot piece of pipe just to connect each block.
Okay.
But it feeds down there and just rolls down
And goes with
into the soil.
into the soil?
Yep.
Cool.
So in essence, you have a sand line trench, and it's just backfilled with native soil. So,
The girls help you out today?
oh yeah, we got this done like within an hour.
We don't fall in.
That's all good. So I'm gonna get down there, close that up and wrap that up, and then I'll bury that electrical wire, and we'll be done down there. So yeah, and really, the whole system's pretty much done. Just gotta cover it up. Yeah, that pump's very strong. Well, I wouldn't say very strong. Well, I don't know. I say it is strong because it blew the 4-inch fitting off. Because I had just trying to just resist freaking glue. So those taps being a little 1/2-inch pipe, you know, they're not flowing a lot. So there is some, you know, head pressure built. And then we didn't use that much water either. But, all right. So it's tested, flip this to auto. So I ain't gonna worry about that anymore. I gotta dig a trench for the bury this cable. And that's it, it's backfill. Alright, final day. Inspectors came and seen the last little bit that I had, you know, to leave open for, and I finished covering it all up. So essentially this right here is your finished product. So we have 3 lines up here, 2 lines down there just below that tree where that pipe is sitting. We have a new pump tank placed with, it pumps up to this manifold here. And then that's it. Yeah. So T&J panels are not that hard to put in. It just takes time with the installation. So as far as I know right now, T&J panel, it obviously is a septic product in North Carolina to install. And it gets a 50% reduction on your traditional pipe and gravel drain field length. So we installed new lids on the septic tank with risers. Has inlet side, outlet side. Outlet side does have a filter teat installed. New pump tank is sitting in this footprint right here, and it just pipes out, goes to the side. Pump tank, control panel. So this is the updated control panel that North Carolina requires now. It has a elapsed time meter and a event counter. Your event counter is how many times the pump is cycled, and then obviously your time is your time. So power comes in 2 separate circuits. This 10 amps for the alarm circuit, and this 25 amp is for the pump circuit. So you have 2 separated isolated circuits that come from the house as your feed. Then over here, this is your motor contactor for your pump. Power goes in through the signal of the controls, or the float controls the contactor. That's really it. So honestly, right now, I see what they've done with the contactor. It's no longer sending 120 volts through the float and then to the pump. It uses that low voltage signal from the float to energize the solenoid on the contactor, which that is hardwired straight from this breaker. That black wire is the only wire that runs to the load side of the pump and then straight down to the pump. No more going through into a little block like this similarly, and then sending that power through a float and then back up and out to the pump. It's very simple to wire. For you installers out there that do follow me now, I'm sure y'all practice the same way, but I always have the electricians just supply power in, just give me power from the house in, and then I do the rest. I don't have them wire the floats up, don't have them wire the pump up. I do that. All I need them to do is just feed power to my lines in, and ensure myself, I do ensure that they are 120 volts separated, and that's it. So homeowners, if your alarm is making noise and your light's flashing, there's a button on the side. You push it down to silence it, and you contact your septic person. In this case, homeowner's gonna call me. So I installed it, and I told him to try to keep me in a loop of any issues that arise. And if anything does, were to happen out here, it's the same thing. Just contact me, and I'll come out and look at it and go from there. Told him what you can and can't do. No building, no driving over any part of the septic system. That orange cable, I don't know if you can see that or not, but that orange cable is Spectrum? I think it's a Spectrum. And they're gonna bury it. He has marked my red area to stay out of for them, and then that way they don't hit that supply line going in with the little trenching tool. I did tell him to down at the where it crosses over to the house on the supply line, just hand dig that. That way there's no issue in their vibratory plow, you know, plowing through my 2-inch pipe, and then I gotta come out here and put a repair sleeve on it. And yeah, been there, done that. That is it. Simple track machine skid steer with a smooth bucket is how I installed the system, and to cover it up with. The mini X that I used to dig the trenches was obviously a 305 cat. So I use a 12,000 pound machine because honestly my trailer is not rated for anything over that. I can put 14,000, I can put 14,000 pounds on it, but my axles are not 14K axles. They are tandem together, they are 12K. They're two 6K axles. So that is it. Yeah, that's it. So hope this was good, and I'll see you all in the next one.